Good evening, viewers. My name is Pretzle, and today we're playing Sid Meier's Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword. Continuing from where we last left off with our Snaky Continents Roosevelt game, Fuck You, Mao. On top of that, I also got biology, and thus beds of arms, and steel, and so I'm able to build the ironworks. What else does steel do? Steel unlocks cannon, which are the siege weapon. Siege weapon most commonly used because they get paired with rifles, which, in my experience, is the era in which war most often happens, on a large enough scale. They'll eventually get replaced with artillery, unlocked with artillery, which will get paired with infantry. Without further ado, let's end this turn, because we were done. Got a few things that end construction by the looks of things. New York now has nothing. Oh shit, okay. He wants an even trade now. Alright, fine. I'm not surprised. Ivory is obviously no longer a strategic resource for him. New York wants to continue growing. Let's just build wealth then, I suppose. Now, did Mao move? No. Mao's just going to be stuck still then for ages, isn't he? That's fine by me. So, you build the road. This guy can therefore move somewhere. I may as well get started on shopping here. You guys move there, build a road in a single turn. Ah, okay, meaning I don't actually need to build culture. Awesome. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. If I can get cultural pressure on Zankanak from a different angle, though, that'd be ideal. So, 1, 2, 3. That requires 4 cultural border expansions, though. That's not going to happen anytime soon. I'm going to have much better luck with Buffalo on that. When these borders expand, I'll almost certainly be taking these 2 tiles. I'll have influence over this one and this one. And this one. That one? I think that one. Not sure. But that one definitely. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. What's happening this turn? That's fine. Where are we? Tech-wise, no one is willing to trade to me at the moment. And I can't really warrant trading away biology yet. Now, what grew last turn? This turn. Chicago, Los Angeles, Houston, and a couple others. Chicago is working the correct tiles. Yeah, I'd rather you work that than run the merchant. So Chicago, Los Angeles. Can either do that, grow in 3 turns, or work that. I'd rather you work the coastal tile, actually. What was next? Houston, Miami, Detroit, thingy, Baltimore. Houston. Again, is coastal correct? I think so. No, I'd rather you work that, to be honest. Houston... Baltimore, I skipped one, didn't I? Baltimore's definitely on the list, and Baltimore's working the correct tiles. Miami and Detroit. So Miami... yeah, Miami doesn't have much choice. It either works the coast, grows in 3 turns, or works the hill, grows in 5. But builds faster. There's not any rush to build, really, so... yeah, I'll let it work the coast and grow a bit first. Buffalo's working the correct tiles, right? Yeah. Yeah, Buffalo's doing its hardest to get done as soon as possible. Ooh, Jewish synagogue. Yeah, we're going to build the Jewish synagogue here before building the observatory and grocer. In fact, even before the bank. Bank, observatory, grocer. Jewish synagogue gives a straight up plus 50% culture. So, since I'm getting 20 per turn, that makes, what do you call it? 5. No. Sorry, an extra 10, so I'm getting 30 per turn instead. Unless... Oh, no. Okay, yeah. So I'm getting 5, because base commerce 10. No, sorry. Culture from buildings, 10. Yes. Religion and buildings, 10. Right, so what was Detroit was the other one. Again, choice between coast and production. Production's better in that instance. Otherwise... yeah, that's fine. Onwards. So now, chop. Borders of Denver are about to expand. Good. So... yeah, you road this turn, and then chop again next turn, just so I know that the borders do expand. Stalin's made peace with Ragnar, Taoism spread in New York. So New York now has religion. Good. Religion and therefore culture. Right, Mao still hasn't moved, so I'm looking good for the settler being built in Atlanta at the moment. And the potential progress for that on settling this city up here, my final one. I need to decide whether it's worth building a transport anywhere of some description to improve that tile. And, well, those tiles can't be worked, there's no point improving those. Unless there's like uranium or coal or something under that, which I don't think there will be. Alright, yeah, chopping with this worker it is. And these guys can work on a road towards Denver through this route. That's fine, I think. You continue to mine, and everyone else. That's okay, and that's okay as well. Don't see anything else interesting here. So onwards, end turn. Steam power this turn, meaning I can build levees, which are nice.
You would make a ship sail against the winds and currents by lighting a
bonfire under her deck. I have no time for such nonsense. Source of coal near New York. Excellent! Oh wow, okay, yeah, that buffs New York's production capabilities. Taoism spread in St. Louis. Good for St. Louis. And, yeah, next turn those guys can go there. Oh, did I have both caravels moving towards here? I guess I did. Okay, well, you automatically explore randomly. So now it's actually worth re-evaluating whether it's actually best to build the ironworks here or not. So 28 tiles in the city, which are the ones I'd rather count, versus 29 hammers in the city. So Boston still does win out. Very marginally. And of course the ironworks is being built here already, so I may as well go with it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm reasonably happy with that. Now, if I stole that hill, I could get 33. That hill being this hill from Washington. But Washington kind of depends on that. That's very useful for Washington, and I'd rather not steal it. Right, so where can build levees? This is something that should really be on this page, because levees are very useful indeed. Building class. Class, please. Building class. Where's levy on this list? Levy, there we are. So add column and move it all the way up to after coal plants will do. Save and back. Right, so after coal plants, levees can be built in San Francisco and Los Angeles, and confirmed that is all. So before grocer here, and Los Angeles can have it after it's grocer, but before it's harbour. Yeah, both of them get enough benefit from it to warrant it. I think that's fine. Okay. So let's have another look at Washington. Is fine, and the other one was Philadelphia with its specialists. No, was it Philadelphia? No, it was Chicago. No, it was Philadelphia. Did Philadelphia grow this turn? I don't think so. What did grow this turn? San Francisco. Yeah. Yeah, it can only now grow onto the production tiles. If I take away that. Right, so it will stagnate on its next growth. That's fine. That's actually ideal. Well, not ideal per se, but it's good. It's good. Portland. Yeah, there's not much in the way of good tiles for Portland, really. It's at +7 at the moment for food. It's going to stay that way for the rest of the game, I think. Just marginally off the target. St. Louis. I think it grew onto the coast here again. So choice between that and production. Which I'm going to take production in this instance. Doesn't really need to race to growth anymore, it's only got coastal tiles to grow onto. Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore can't really grow wrong anymore. That's fine. Sarmation. Should have grown onto the lake, which it has. And then it has the lumber mill thing here. So in 5 turns, it's probably going to be 6 turns, we get railroad. What else does steam power get us? Reveals coal, can train ironclad, can construct levee, leads to assembly line railroads. Workers build improvements 50% faster, which is handy. There aren't that many improvements for me to build now, but the boost... shit, that's not what I wanted to do. I thought I selected the worker. The work is always... The boost to improvement speed is always appreciated. Again, no one wants to sell me tech, that's fine. Pakal already has railroad, so I get a nice production boost there. Everything's checked this turn, so onwards, I guess. Yeah, Jewish missionary comes next turn. What else happens next turn? Detroit builds its library, otherwise that's it. Okay, onwards. Right, that's the farm built here. Judaism has spread in Houston, that's nice. Judaism is going to spread to Denver. Slightly uncomfortable that Mao is now moving. But we should be alright, right? Right? Should be alright. Surely. So forests have been chopped, that's nice. They went to place and place, respectively. Seattle's grown. Don't care. Los Angeles has grown. Production or coast? Production at this point. Let's work in that one though. The new workshop. Miami. Yeah, you only have coast to expand onto now, and you're at a good enough point for me to warrant working the hill. Detroit. Same again. you only have coast to expand onto. Let's keep you growing at that sort of rate, but yeah, I'll allow you to grow into one more coast tile and then grow onto the workshop. That's a good enough pace, I think. That's all we can do there. Can anyone trade to me? No. God damn it. Well, that's fine. Not a big deal. I am getting slightly closer as time goes by. Picar's ability to research fission is slightly concerning, though. But, oh well. Hopefully, Mao isn't actually going for anything up here. If he settles in any of these tiles, then fuck him. It's possible now that the AI has finally recalculated a good site to settle on, though, and is therefore moving now. Maybe Buffalo wants to work for that instead of that. No, because then it stagnates, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, work the thing. That's fine. It doesn't have enough food. Oh well. Yeah, you can steal the lake back in a few turns, I guess. So once again, don't think there's much else to do this turn. Check the one-turn things I have. Observatory, custom everything has something queued up. In fact, does everything have something queued up? Portland does not. Portland needs something queued up. I guess you can have a university in that case. They're cheap enough at this point in the game. Salmation, Buffalo, Detroit. Yeah, at this point we're good. One thing I do want to check though is customs houses. Where can build those that it would be beneficial to do so? Okay, so St. Louis and everything after. Good. St. Louis, trade route selection please. St. Louis it is worth, because it is getting foreign trade, so queue up a harbour there. Miami, I'll queue up a harbour, but nothing else. Buffalo, Detroit, and New Orleans, Baltimore, Sarnation, and Denver aren't getting any foreign trade, so there's no point having a customs house. Everywhere else is, and therefore it's worth having one. Of course, when the Great Lighthouse goes obsolete, I lose out on trade routes, which is a massive shame. Plus 2 trade routes in all coastal cities. Now I will get 1 trade route per city, which is obviously a benefit, but since I only have 1, 2, eventually 3 inland cities, that's not the greatest benefit for me compared to my many other coastal cities. Anyways, end the turn here. There's nothing else that can be done. Mao didn't move this turn. That's a good thing, I would argue. Alright, these workers now need to rapidly improve Denver. And let's degroup them as well. Alright, so Mao gets a great profit. Mao just found Taoism. Has that already been built though? Where is it? Top 5 Cities Wonders. I don't actually remember what it's called. Dai Miao, that's the one. So he already has that. What other religions did Mao found? Confucianism and Taoism, somewhat appropriately. But he's already built both shrines. I saw the Kong Miao on that list as well. Now, this tile there's no point in improving, it's not at any city's radius. Same's true with this tile, and with this tile, and with this tile, which is why none of them were chopped. So let's chop that one now, and then chop this one. So now takes 2 turns to chop instead of 3. Now building a mine on this hill doesn't get me much, but it does unlock the random chance for a resource to pop there, which will help me with mining ink, which is useful, of course. So let's have a look at, once again, nothing in the tech advisor, foreign advisor. Sorry. What's grown this turn? Washington and New Orleans. Washington can only grow onto coastal tiles or run specialists. Which I'd rather it grow onto the coastal tiles, really. No, run the specialist. Get the Great Merchant in 5 turns. So, puts me closer to getting thingy later anyway. And I get more out of the merchants, commerce-wise, than working the coastal tile. So again, short term. What else was it that grew? New Orleans. Only has so many tiles it can work. So next it'll expand onto the lake, and then onto the ocean. Well, so be it. That's fine. There's not much to do in these turns, so I'm getting through these a bit faster than before. Carl has another galleon roaming around. Oh, you're kidding me! Pakal, what are you doing? No, don't settle there. Fuck you. Fuck's sake. Well, I'll still be able to settle there. And that isn't as bad as some other things. It's a hill city, so it gets extra defense. It claims the fur, it's a riverside, so you can do shit to it, I guess. Well, no, not really. It is coastal, so you can at least get the coastal tiles. Everyone's Hindu. Okay. Anyway, he's gonna settle that next turn. Go away, Surrey. Survey man. I don't care. Workboat's been built, hooray. Let's build a Jewish temple, I suppose. There's not much else for you to do here. And wealth. Let's get this workboat going to this crab tile. Hell. If I'm lucky, I might be able to culture swap that through Sarmation, but I doubt it somewhat. That requires I get a lot of culture going here. Something I don't have in abundance at the moment, by virtue of my lack of anything. Now, I didn't think how that fur would be in Sarmation's ring. That I wasn't thinking about. Yeah. Izamal would be a city worth holding on to, purely because it claims that tundra fur, and Fikal's the one who spent their time building the settler. So that's something. Let's get the farm built there, and the farm built here. Let's chop that, and a mine. Nothing I can do tech trade wise, once again. Things have grown. Philadelphia is working the correct tiles. Houston is working the correct tiles. Portland is working the correct tiles, because it doesn't have much choice in the matter. Baltimore, again, can't go wrong on that one, and Sarmation can go wrong, but now it's expanded to have the crabs in its borders, so it's not too bad. How close is Buffalo? 3 turns until border pop. And... Yes, I'm getting close to having these tiles anyway, so yeah, I'll definitely have those after the border pop. I would expect. I'd be surprised if I don't. Espionage-wise, how am I doing? Carl is still weighting me heavily. So in 3 turns I can check whether I can spread culture in his Zenkanek or not. Is anywhere building wealth able to build something better? Wealth and wealth. Not really. Jails are the best thing I could build, realistically. Seattle doesn't need culture or anything. And I suppose I may as well build jails, right? I might need them sooner or later. If I'm at war, I don't want the war weariness getting to me. Which it will if I don't have jails. Basically. That's how that works. So I think we can squeeze another turn in here. 1 turn. We just can't turn our backs on them. I don't care who that was. I'm not cancelling deals with anyone. So let's turn research down. And that's what I'm talking about. Wow, I've gotten lucky the past couple episodes. Picard signs a defensive pact with Surya's arm, and I stand corrected. Oh well. I guess that was bound to happen sooner or later. Okay, so what happens here is I got a random chance of uncovering gems from that mine, which is what happened. With any mine, there is a tiny chance, I think it's 1 in 1,000 per turn. So in fact, I think it might be 1 in 10,000 per turn. But with how many mines you have and how many turns you spend going over the course of the game, you're fairly likely to have 1 per game at least. And that happened to be in Washington, under that pile. So now I no longer need to trade for gems with Pakal. Yep, Pakal's the one I have the gems deal with. So, what are the current deals we have together? Let's cancel the gems thing. That was for ivory, which we shall now trade for dye, which is much better for me, because, you know, I have... Ooh. I could ask him to just give Izamal to me. He's pleased. He might do it. Alright, fine. Yeah, he probably needs to be friendly for that. That's fine. Let's get you in the city. Mao still isn't moving. Let's build the mine. And you build the road. Guy builds the mine here. Then Settler takes 3 turns to get there. Tech-wise, no one wants to trade. And cities that have grown, New York, Seattle, and Denver. New York has grown onto production. Has it grown onto production, or has it grown onto coast? I can't remember what it was working before, but it's now working about the right amount of tiles. 10 pop is reasonable, although for my second city, should have more than that. Was it Seattle next, I think? I think it was. Denver was the other one. Yeah, Denver. Seattle can't really work wrong tiles. Denver is fine. Yeah, Denver's going to grow fairly quickly because of the farm and the other farm. And with that lake there, once it gets that lighthouse going, it'll be rolling in stuff. Denver's a fairly decent city. With the exception of the desert around, Denver's alright, but at this point in the game anyway. So that's all my cities checked. Oh, I think we can squeeze in yet another turn. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything this turn. Hmm. 7 turns. Yeah, let's get the ironworks out a couple turns faster by working that instead. No, work the hill because I get railroad in a couple turns, which will benefit me greatly. Railroads I can build on every lumber mill and mine tile, principally mines, and get an extra hammer out of the tile, making railroad an incredibly useful infrastructure tech. How far behind am I in tech? I am 7 techs behind Pakal, average of 4 techs behind everyone else. Let's end the turn here and get another one in this video. I think we can afford that. Borders of Buffalo are about to expand. Good for Buffalo. That tile isn't in anything's radius, is it? No. So whatever. You sleep in that city. You build a road. You build a road. You go there. You go there, and you go there. You guys chop next turn. The other guy starts on a mine. Yeah, to build railroads you need either coal or oil. Or both. Otherwise you can't build them. It just won't let you build a tile improvement. Shit sucks, but that happens. So Portland, I believe, is the only city, other than Denver and Sarmation, that doesn't have any improved, or that has any unimproved tiles in its radius. That I will check between recordings, but that seems accurate to me. So I am ecstatic with Washington's new status as a commerce city by getting the gems. I don't think I'll override these tiles here. One downside to having the gems actually is that it's a -1 hammer on the tile. That seems a bit bizarre, but it is true. The tile just doesn't give out as many hammers. I think it's the mine improvement that doesn't. So Buffalo, New Orleans, and Baltimore have grown. Buffalo is now wanting to work the cottage tiles at last. So I'm very tempted to override that with a farm and do that. In fact, I think I'll do exactly that. So in 2 turns I'll be able to settle this city up here and get some shit going around there. That's nice. In fact, Portland, build me another Jewish missionary to handle that. Let's get that going straight away. In fact, apply a bit more cultural pressure coming out of Sarmation. Doesn't need to be much, but I'd like to not have Ismail and Zankanek coming at me. Right, so next turn we will have cultural pressure in Zankanek because Buffalo's borders will expand. We will probably, if I could actually see the tooltip, probably be taking these 2 tiles away from it, which is very nice. And we will be researching Railroad. There isn't anything else that needs doing this turn, is there? Nope. Let's check espionage, as useful as that'll be. I do not actually have an espionage lead on anyone anymore because I haven't been building jails or anything else of the sort. And the AI gets inherent bonuses to that. They also like running the espionage slider, which is not very useful, but gets a good chunk of espionage points. Espionage economy is a way to play the game. I may try that one of these days. It's not something I've played personally, but I've seen other people do it, and it looks pretty interesting. So that'll do, I think. There's not a whole lot else I can do this turn. Now let's check what gets done next turn. Jewish Temple in Houston, and then that's followed by Wealth, when you should actually be building a jail. What else? Sarmatian Courthouse. Yeah, that's nice. Save me a bit of maintenance. 5 gold per turn. Why not? So with that said and done, that'll do for the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. I have been, and shall continue to be, Pretzle. If you liked the video, please like the video, and feel free to stick around for more. Moving this guy over here for spawn busting purposes. In the meantime, enjoy the music, and don't forget to be awesome.